All right.
So, Black Widow trailer dropped today.
Let's watch it.
Let's watch it.
Okay.
I'm.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every great movie is
I'm
told in flashbacks.
I'm so confused as to where this fits in the timeline of the cinematic universe. Like, is this a prequel? Is this an alternate universe?
You want me to pause it?
No. Okay.
Okay. Yes, you're grown-ups. Clearly, you're not children.
That's how I greet my family.
That was melodrama. I don't...
Yeah.
Who's she fighting?
I have no idea.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
So
it's
we're on
like
the
a
same page.
teaser, so they're not going to reveal time.
Who's that? It's Hawkeye.
Looks like Hawkeye. It's got like a new mask, or is it new? Is it old?
It's Ivan the Terrible.
He looks sweet though. He's like the only exciting thing I've seen in this trailer so far. I mean, he looks sweet. Like I just want a film of that guy.
Who is he?
I have no idea. I don't know that character.
He's
Someone else probably knows it.
who was the villain in Anastasia? What's his name?
Rasputin.
Rasputin. It's Rasputin. That's why he said it still fits. Because when he had to run away during the Russian Revolution, he had to go into hiding, and then he came back. He's like, my girls who I've made, it still fits. Just how I left it in the great halls of Russia. That was
Okay,
weird.
so my initial reaction to that is I have the same question I had when I heard that this was being announced.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah, I had no idea. I am the absolute worst person to ask that question.
I know.
Well, I know why. I'm actually probably the best person who can answer
Well, yeah,
that
money.
question. Money.
That's
Cynicism
why.
kicks in there. It's
Well,
like,
no,
well, how
I mean,
much can we milk out of this dead cow?
That's absolutely why they're making the film.
How many people do you think are going to go? Opening weekend. What do you think its numbers are going to be?
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a...
You think it'll make its budget back?
No, I think it's going to be like a solo situation. Like,
No.
It's a film that is happening at a strange time. Seems like a prequel that nobody asked for.
Why did everyone hate Solo?
Because it was terrible.
Yeah, but like opening weekend, like people weren't hyped for it. I thought there was
like
a
nobody
hype.
went.
Yeah, I know it was empty. There were
Well,
all those
and it was
videos
coming.
of
It was
theaters.
coming right off of Last Jedi, which people were really disappointed.
That was more. I think people were more boycotting Solo because of
Last Jedi was so bad, but also because then Solo is like, this is a film that nobody asked for. I don't want to.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to know how Han Solo got all his stuff. I just want him to be this legendary
I don't care about the
dude.
dice necklace. I just
I don't care about how he got his
know how
name
we
or his
got it.
blaster or.
And thank you for giving me a useless reason for how he got his name.
Yeah, just some dude.
Just I'm gonna give you a random name.
Yeah. This film seems like that. It just seems like.
Don't you feel like this is what movies have gotten to though?
No, I feel like
really.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I know that I know the arguments from the Marvel franchise. It's a big cash cow. It's gonna continue and continue and continue as long as we go into the seats. But this one above all other films that have released, the ones that I've been excited for and the ones that I've not been excited for, seems like the strangest one to put in, especially at this time.
Yeah.
This would be like if at this point, if somebody made a Hawkeye film that took place pre-Avengers.
I feel like
just why? What's the point? What am I learning?
I feel like someone took Draft 3 of The Bourne Identity.
Yeah.
And repainted it so it wasn't the same movie.
Yep.
But it was still same general plot line.
It absolutely feels
and
like that.
They just said, well, that'll work. We can just put Black Widow to that.
Yeah. It seems like a generic spy action plot line with a character that not a lot of people care about.
There are questions.
Some.
Who was Rasputin?
Who's the cool Russian dude that is way more interesting than that entire trailer?
And who's the person who you think is Hawkeye, because it might not be him.
Right.
I mean, in your vast knowledge of superhero comic book,
it's that vast.
It's bigger than mine.
Okay.
Does that character look like anyone? Is that recognizable to you other than Hawkeye?
No.
Like, so to you, that has to be Hawkeye.
It has to be. It's either the Hawkeye we know, or this is an alternative universe, and they're looking to bring.
Do you think that would be beneficial for Marvel to venture deeper into the alternate universes? Because I understand that there is they say infinite universes that these comic book characters exist. We saw that in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Okay, it was cool how it was presented in Into the Spider-Verse, but do you think it would be advantageous for them to take us into a completely different universe, as though Endgame never happened, as though the Avengers storyline as we knew it never happened? This is something totally different with a character that just happens to have the same name, but acted by the same actress.
I think the only benefit to doing that, I mean, I think doing alternate universes in the Marvel universe is beneficial, because you can have characters like Silver Surfer and Galactus who are universe hoppers and things like that.
It's fine if they're universe hoppers.
Yeah, right.
The thing that I think that made Into the Spider-Verse work so well is that you had the crossing of the universes that linked into universes we are all familiar with.
Sure.
They didn't take us to a completely new and different universe.
Right.
So my question is, how many Black Widow universes do you actually know of?
Well, they're all, I mean, there's multiple universes in Marvel, and then
but like hers specifically,
right.
Hers specifically, how many Black Widow universes do you know? Like Spider-Man, you know of what, 3 or 4?
Right, but within those universes, there's a Black Widow, or there's like a.
I get that,
you know what
but
I mean?
The story's not. So the story in the Spider-Man films is about Spider-Man,
right?
And all of the alternate universes we know of Spider-Man, and it's about his story. So I'm saying, how many Black Widow universes are you aware of?
None. I mean,
where the story is just about the one,
just
right?
the one.
So if they took you to another universe, and introduced this whole new thing to you, you would feel cheaped out.
I would feel cheaped out, because it would make her death in Endgame cheap. It would be like, we're just gonna bring her back.
It was useless anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Hawkeye.
I didn't feel anything.
They should have just both gone in.
I was just like,
that was like you had the two characters nobody cares about. Well, like, which one of us is gonna die? The audience is like,
to tell you the truth, in that scene,
I don't care. Flip a coin.
I had to lean over to my my sister-in-law and say, "Who was that?" She was like, "It was Black Widow." I was like, "Oh,"
because they gave her like blonde hair. I'm like, what was
dude,
the
I
point
was
of
so
that?
confused.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah, it just seems like that the universe of Marvel has gotten so fantastical, right? That with films like Doctor Strange and Guardians of the Galaxy, the Avengers films have just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And this film seems like a really weird step back. It seems like what I just watched, seems like it should be in like the Iron Man 1 and Captain America 1 series.
It's like being
pre-Avengers.
It's like being in the store and you see an off-brand Twinkie, and you know that you're to expect a Twinkie, but you know better than to eat it.
I think I'd know better than eat a regular Twinkie, an on-brand Twinkie.
Well, let's not knock Twinkies. They are some of the most nourishing and beautiful treats ever.
I think this is like if you see a peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter jelly, and you know it's a peanut butter jelly sandwich, but it's like the weird off-brand from the dollar store.
I feel like I would still eat that. I wouldn't eat the Twinkie. I will eat a Hostess Twinkie. I will not eat the Mostest Twinkie.
Sure.
I will not sit there and be like,
I'm trying to think of something really bland that I wouldn't normally eat anyways, and then on top of that, it's the off-brand one.
Yeah, like a Twinkie.
Okay.
Yeah, like a Twinkie.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, because I think everyone knows a Twinkie doesn't expire, and so then all you got to ask yourself is, if it's not the name brand Twinkie,
yeah,
what is it I'm going to ingest?
Yeah.
And you have some common sense to pretty much say, I don't need to put that in my body. So you pretty much stop there.
I guess really the biggest takeaway from watching this trailer is just why? Why? Other than money, because we know that's why this franchise is
so
going.
That's what I kind of meant earlier when I said, don't you think that most of cinema is getting or heading in this trajectory of money? Joker was not about the money.
No.
What it gave to the audience, the intention of it, was not about the money.
Right.
It was about to tell a compelling story and to pull the audience in.
Right. And who knows, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. But after watching that trailer, when I first heard that this was a movie, when they announced it, or it got leaked or whatever, I was like, why?
Yeah.
And now I think
you just don't.
Just a bigger why.
You just don't particularly care about Black Widow.
It's not even that.
Oh.
I just have like I said, it'd be like taking any character. It'd be like taking Quicksilver from Age of Ultron.
Yep.
And then making a solo film about him that takes place before Age of Ultron.
It's like, why are we jumping backwards? I'm not like huge into superhero films.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Infinity Wars. It got me very excited. So I was very much looking forward to Endgame because I want to see how it was going to end. And I was really excited about that. And to be honest, Endgame pretty much let me down.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, I was just kind of like, oh,
yeah, I know you
weird.
weren't super thrilled with it. But.
Yeah. But to me, in all of these Marvel films, anytime I saw Black Widow, she's always
super
a background
forgettable.
character.
Yeah.
She was never a foreground character. The story was never about her. And if she had speaking lines, they were very much throwaway lines.
Right.
They were just like exposition or just like fill in the gaps or whatever.
It's like Hawkeye. Same thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. And
sometimes even worse.
Yeah. And I at least like Black Widow a little bit more because I thought she was a little bit more useful than Hawkeye.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
she was. At least she could get information out of people.
Yeah. Or
right.
and she never served a purpose. And to me, like you're saying, they're giving her a film now. It's like,
why? Unless you're planning on reintroducing her somehow, which even then feels like a cop out.
And but maybe
cheap.
Well, I mean, like you said, it's the franchise has gotten so fantastical that maybe they did figure out a way to actually maybe she did die, and they figure out a way to bring her back, and maybe they're laying the foundation of using that same technology to bring her back, to bring Tony Stark back.
Well, maybe this is like the first film.
Maybe
that's
it was all
start
a marketing
the multiverse thing.
Maybe it was all a marketing hype
to
get us
bring
into the
Tony
seats,
Stark back,
to get us into the seats to see Endgame, because this is the last time you're going to see Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. But guess what?
It's all to get
He's
Iron
back,
Man
baby.
This whole next phase is just to get Iron Man back.
Just to get Iron Man back.
I would be surprised.
It would make the funeral scene at the end of Endgame make more sense to me, because that was just such a bummer.
It just seems like with the new stuff that's coming out, like you got the new Doctor Strange film, you got another Black Panther, you've got the Eternals coming out, which is its own whole new thing.
Okay, that's cool.
So it's like,
I don't know what the Eternals are, but that's cool.
I actually don't either.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. They're like, I'm not even gonna pretend to go into it because it's new. It's brand new.
So that's great.
Haven't seen the Eternals yet. I know they're in the comics and stuff, but I don't know who they are.
Nice.
But you have these like another Guardians and stuff. Possibly, it's like you have these new fantastical ones coming out, and then this is thrown in, and it's just
why?
What is going way too little, way too late, especially if this doesn't have anything to tie in with the new stuff. If this is an actual true prequel to just, here's a sidestep weird film with Black Widow in it. Weird.
Yeah, so maybe you're onto something though, because I don't think Disney's dumb necessarily, or Marvel's dumb.
No, I don't think that marketing machine is dumb at all.
And so you might be onto something. This might not be a step backwards or a step to the side. This might be something new that they're going to show us, but only time will tell. I can only hope. Right.
I can only hope.
Yeah, only time will tell, and I guess keep our fingers. I don't need to keep my fingers.
I'm not keeping my fingers crossed.
I don't really care. I mean,
but I'm going to see it just because I have to answer my question of why.
Why?
Why?
So you'll give them your money.
Of course.
All right. Well, I mean, maybe the next trailer will
reveal a little more.
I don't know.
Hopefully.
So that was just kind of a...
That's it. Yeah, it's just kind of...
It's just there.
I guess. Let us know what you think about the Black Widow trailer. Is it Family Dollar off-brand Twinkie grape jelly, or did you like it?
Are you really excited about it?
Are you excited about Black Widow? Because
I'm not.
I'm not. See you tomorrow.
See ya.